Hello everybody, Sergeant Soldier here, back with how to rust, and today we're looking at Byter's Snap House, how to build it. I've received so many comments on the Byter Snap House video saying, Sergeant Soldier, please tell us how you built this. How do you build it? How can I do this on my server? Etc, etc, etc. I've received Steam messages from my friends saying, hey, Sergeant Soldier, can you show me how you did that so I can do it on my server? Fear not, the video is coming out right now. You're going to see how to do it, and hopefully you get as much enjoyment out of it as I did. So first off, there's a whole bunch of stuff in my inventory. You're going to need a couple doors, a bunch of chests, some code locks obviously, tool cupboard, shelving units, furnace, etc, etc, etc. We'll grab the items that I'm missing obviously, but I think I've pretty much got them all. We're going to start off with our foundations. Now, I did mine a little further back from the road. You could technically do yours wherever you want, but it is always best to do it right next to some kind of a monument that has a lot of traffic near it. For our server, that's the dome. Now, in the previous videos, I picked a random place and I threw a supply grenade down, and that supply grenade attracted a lot of attention. It worked pretty well. So if you happen to have a supply grenade handy and you don't care about wasting it, just toss it out front and watch the magic. So from here, we're going to throw the rest of our foundations down like so. Take a stair on this missing one here. Come on. Give it. Thank you. Put one out like that. Remove the stair. Add that foundation back. And there you go. This is the footprint for the trap house. Snap house. Snap trap house. Yeah. So we're going to upgrade all these to stone. They need to be stone. Jump. Thank you. Put our tool cupboard inside. Surround that baby with walls. And upgrade. Up. Okay. Oh, I didn't want that wall. Okay, upgrade. Now, from here, you actually take the roof and very carefully try to get it to go downward. Ooh, I did it. Like that. Now, my tool cupboard is a little too close. Probably could have backed it up a little bit more. If you don't want to put it in the roof, you could actually place it next to the roof and do like in the video. You could have it right here with the stair going through it. That'll work too. Either way will work fairly well. With this one, it's a little bit more protective in case someone decides to blow this floor up that's going to be right here. If it's inside the roof, they won't be able to see it. So from here now, we're going to add our doorways in. You don't have to do this first. You could actually add the floor in first. Either way, it'll work either way. So upgrade those to stone now. Add our wall in here. Looks pretty good, right? A lot of people had questions about adding the floor in. That is how you do it. You attach it to a roof that's angled down just like this. Makes sense, right? All right, now from here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your low walls, sorry, not your high walls, your low walls, and place them covering the door entrances. Like so. See? Pretty good, right? Now we take our doors, and as I said in the video, if you have them both facing inwards, when all of your traps are snapped, you'll be able to actually close the door on your unsuspecting victim and really trap them inside there. And if you're on a vanilla server or a server that doesn't have teleport, that's a whole lot of fun. So we'll do it like this. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. All right. Now, as for the rest of the base, this is kind of up to you how you want to do it. There's really no right or wrong way. I like doing it like this. It gives you something basically just to live in. And that could be real useful, I guess you could say, when you have this house. Because if it's on a server where you actually play the server and you want to get people's stuff, you need somewhere to put it. So why not put it in the trap house in the back? So from here, we're going to add ourselves a nice little ramp. And we'll add 2 ramps. We'll make it look nice. If you find flat ground, that'll obviously work. So throw a door on. We'll make this one different than the code in the front, just in case. Add ourselves a wall, like so. Forgot a ladder. Of course, can't remember all of it. Throw our ladder up and over. All right. So now we just go ahead and we go around and we add these top walls. Now, for this one with the floor underneath it, it's going to be a little difficult to place these walls here. There we go. You might have to jump around and look straight down like this to get it to turn blue, but it is possible. So So we start adding these in, like so. We need a doorway on this one. Upgrade those to stone. Alright. It's looking pretty good. We're almost there. Throw ourselves a floor there. Yeah. A low wall here so that you can actually stand on the roof. Nope. Stand on the roof but not actually fall in it, because the low wall actually gives you something to stand on. And when you're actually setting these traps or resetting them, you start from the back squares and then work your way closer to the wall, and they hopefully won't kill you. And I say hopefully, because hopefully they won't. Now, as for this wall, you could keep it or you can remove it. That's up to you. In my build, I didn't have it there. I actually had a stair like this. Or did I have it like this? I can't remember which stair I used. I think I used this one. I honestly can't remember. But anyway, so you can have a stair there like that. That way, when it comes to going out the door, you can open it and then just jump right out. Then you use your ladder to get back in. Alright, let's seal this up now. Starting to get dark now, so we gotta hurry this up. From here, we're just gonna add all of our floors to the top. Take ourselves some low walls and put it there, just so it looks nice. It's not completely covered, but it has that noobish look to it, to where someone may or may not know what they're doing for building. Like, oh, it's an uneven, unlevel wall. So maybe they just threw a floor on to try to make it look level so that people can't shoot in. There's a lot of excuses that people use for explaining away why something is some way, one way or the other. If that makes any sense. I'm starting to ramble. I don't want to ramble when I'm doing this. So we'll now throw that door on. From here, we're pretty much done. We're going to go ahead and throw our shelving units up now. We'll do one inside here, which this is where our actual loot is going to be, or, you know, your extra snap traps, your wood for the fires and whatnot. And then we'll throw one inside this little room here. And I forgot to do a wall there. Do not forget this wall. Like so. And it needs to be a wall. Don't make it a doorway, because it'll be too suspecting that it could be a trap. You basically want them to come in here and go, oh, there's nothing in here but chests, and then die. So how you set this up down here is completely up to you. Basically, you want it to be enticing. So I made it 2 large chests on the bottom shelf, like this. Am I too close? I think I'm too close. Let me get on this side. It's a little bit easier to place them flying around, obviously. I'm just trying to do this as quick as possible. You can even add a 3rd chest here, so that when they're trying to get in, and they come through the doors this way, they'll be able to see all 3 of those chests there and go, ooh, there's 3 chests for the taking. I want that. Alright, next up, we add our furnace in. Now when you place the furnace, just to make it a little bit easier, go ahead and have it poke through the back wall like that. And I forgot the fire. Take your fire and put it on the other side, or you can put it in this room here. If you're going to have both doors facing in, it's just better to keep it inside. Plus, by having the fire, it makes it a lot brighter on the outside, and it'll attract a lot more attention. So our last thing that we have to do is, I mean, obviously you guys know to put shelves in here. You can fit 4. I think in the video I showed 4. And then you can access your furnace from the back here if you're actually going to cook real stuff. Now we're going to place our snap traps. So let me just move this stack up to there. Now, as I said, oh, we gotta get rid of you. And you. Start from the back and work your way towards the small wall, or the low wall. So you don't want these little flat pieces of the snap trap sticking through the wall. So my recommendation is to just put it so it's barely touching. And you don't want the chain facing this direction either, because obviously that's going to go through the wall. So you stand here. Oop, nope. On top. Thank you. And then you put it right there in the corner. Now the chain isn't going through, the little flat piece isn't going through, the teeth aren't going through. There should be no reason that anyone would suspect this as being a trap house, unless they've seen this video. In which case, sorry. My bad. So with this one, you could overlap the teeth of the first one. This actually allows you to get more snap traps in. And if somebody walking through here hits multiple snap traps at once, there's a good chance they're going to insta-die. which is a whole lot better for you. So let's see how many we can squeeze into here. One more? Yeah, we got 4. Great. Alright, so basically you just fill this whole thing up now. Now why you fill it up is because at some point you're going to have to reset these traps, right? But it might be at a point to where there's too many people around and you're not able to. You still want the snap traps to do their job of being a trap house. So if you only put like 3 or 4 and they end up snapping, if someone comes up afterwards, they're not going to end up being killed by the snap traps. At least with this, if someone walks in, there's a good chance they're going to snap the first row, maybe the second row, but you actually might get additional people by having rows after those continue to snap. So with these here, it'll be pretty obvious that this is a snap house. You can go ahead and have these poke through the wall. It's not going to be that big of an ordeal. So let me set all these off now. So let's say, oh no, all of our traps snapped. What are we going to do? Now for you regular players that don't have God mode, it's probably a good idea to have a chest with some bandages nearby to stop the bleeding. Maybe some syringes or some health kits. So you stand back here and you hit arm on the very last row. By doing it this way, there's almost no chance whatsoever that they're going to snap on you. So you back up, you do that row. Oh, I think we're missing them. There we go. Jump up onto the wall and crouch. You should be able to get these. You might have to jump down this way just to kind of get these second row ones. Alright, can we jump? Yeah, didn't set them off. Alright, now to get these final ones. The jumping around may set someone off, but the fact that they're also hearing these snap traps open and close probably already set them off to begin with. So all in all, though, that's really it. There isn't much more to this build that you could do. As you can see, it looks almost identical to the way that was set up. The only difference really is the fact that I put the tool cupboard in the roof, which gives it a little more protection. You could still put it in the stair. That'll work perfectly fine. Another thing is when you're flying far away, and I know it's dark outside, I'm sorry, sometimes the roof will appear like this, giving the impression that, oh look, there's something wrong with this house, there's a roof sticking through it. That could also tip people off, but a lot of times, you know, people are going to think there's a tool cupboard inside of it, so they might just look at it and go, oh well, that's probably where their tool cupboard is. They're not going to think, oh, that's a roof that has a floor sticking out of it with about 35 snap traps. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this build. If you guys enjoyed it, or you have a better way to improve it, or whatever you want to do, please let me know in the comments section. This is one of my favorite builds that I've done so far. I really want to get this onto the community update to see if it's something that they'd be willing to share, because I think it's absolutely hilarious. Like I was rolling when this video was being recorded, because it's just so funny to watch people go in and out, knowing that the person before them died, but they still wanted to go get that free loot that was only wood and charcoal from the campfire in the furnace. So anyway, Sergeant Solge, How to Rust, and this was Byter's Snap House, the build, and we'll see you in the next How to Rust video. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching How to Rust, a series for new players to the game of Rust. If you have any ideas for future episodes that could be useful to new players, please feel free to leave a comment in the comments section of this video.